Don't blame something else. Just say you don't know what you need to know to produce the result. You don't have the game yet. You don't have the information. So find it. YA Mar with the big 21 months. Solo AJ with the big 2 months. I gotta remember something, bro. Everybody human. So when somebody doing something you can't do yet, you need to find out why, bro. You pray daily, twice a day. Every morning and every night. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how my day go, it definitely might get a middle of the day joint slipped in. Listen, Chad, I'm reading a good ass book right now called Ultra Learning. And there's a concept in the book called Directness. Directness. And it's the idea that when you have a goal, right? Let's say the goal be dancing. I want to be a good dancer. Directness says that there are a million ways to do this. There are many ways to become a better dancer. I can go to dancing school, music school. I can start up a TikTok and start dancing in my crib. I could watch a bunch of videos on how to dance. I could go look for a dancing mentor, right? There's many ways to learn how to dance, right? Directness is the idea that there's the most efficient way to achieve this goal. Yes, you can go to dance school. Yes, you can go to music school. Yes, you can find a mentor. But the best way to get better at dancing is dancing. So I think that a lot of people lack directness in their life, including myself at a certain point in different areas, which is why I always learn, I always read to sit here and say, all right, what can be tweaked? What can be twisted and turned in my life every day? Every day, no matter what level I get in life, period. So it's like directness is very important because a lot of times people say, all right, I want to grow my YouTube channel. I need this $2,000 camera. Cameras don't grow channels, nigga, videos do. You know, people always blame the wrong problem. No, you need to find the most direct thing to get the result that you're looking for. For like a lot of y'all, okay, I want to improve my game with women. All right, let me find videos on the internet. Now, mind you, can't speak for everybody, but you watch my shit, you definitely gonna get some good information. However, it will only take you so far because, oh my God, you want to get better at talking to women? You need to talk to women. Whoa, gee willikers, what a magnificent idea. Yes, you need, like, there's no way around it. What was something that really helped you start off your guitar skills? Learning shit I like. Learning shit that was attainable and shit that I liked. And then working my way up from there. Then I started like learning the importance of music theory. I actually learned that, like I said, I never took a serious music class in my life. I was trying it in like 7th grade, but it was just like more so an excuse to get out of class. I really didn't take it serious. So my whole life has just really been math and science and shit like that. But I found out music theory involves a lot of math. It really is technically math, bro. Music is math. So a lot of the theory that I've been learning, or music theory and shit like that, my math skills have been correlating right over. It's just crazy, bro. So it helps me like catch on a lot faster. Not gonna lie, I made that mistake. Bought a Canon M50 before I even learned how to edit a full video. See what I'm saying, bro? I know so many people that'll be like, all right, yo, like I want to grow my channel, I want to grow my business, and then they do a bunch of effort. They put in a bunch of actions that do not even contribute to the result at all. That's why directness is so important. What do I say? You know what I compare directness to? Look at this question. How long does it take to read Ultra Learning? How can I even answer that question? I don't know how long you read a day. You don't know how long I read a day. Why would I, like, you know what I'm saying? You could read any book in a week if you divide the number of pages by 7 days. That's what I like to do. I like to say, all right, how can I read this book in a week? Because I like to read a lot. So I like to run through books. And sometimes I'll read a book twice. Think about Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. I think it was a good read. I think that that's one of those reads that's good for like reaffirming mentality, but I don't think it's like I wouldn't like recommend like, yo, you need to read this book. Like it didn't give me one of those. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's only a couple books I'll talk about like that. And anybody that read any of the books I've recommended that aren't super mainstream, I bet you anybody could vouch, man, that shit changed my life. Cause I don't read books that everybody just reads and I'll have 48 Laws of Power, go find that one, and Get Rich, Rich Dad Poor Dad. Mind you, I have all those books I'm talking about and I'm dissing right now, but I'm telling you, I like to find those gems, man. I like to find those gems. TikTok pay monthly based on views. How about you find out when you start? You asking every question except what you need to. How do I get paid? What do I need to get paid? Chad, do you see that? He's already asking when he gets paid, and he hasn't even dropped the video yet. This is what I mean by like directness. It's like, what are you even worried about when they're going to pay you, and you don't even have anything to get paid from? That just doesn't even make sense. We better not. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna do it at least once every stream. You read Seed of the Soul? That was a good book, and it was a hard read though. It's a book on mental. Yeah, no, I got that. I read that book. Yeah, I've been recommended that book. I don't know how many months ago, but I talked about it on stream. Although I don't, can I get some feedback? You will once the Discord drop. I don't want to do it one person by one person. Would you edit your TikTok clips on game? Well, my assistant does it. He'll use CapCut. Like I said, somebody asked earlier, which was a good question. Can you do all this from your phone? Yes, you can. Primetime whole YouTube channel up at one point was done from his phone. This is an example of what I mean by directness. Remember I told y'all he started his Twitch off his MacBook and was streaming for 4 or 5 days straight and got affiliated that same week. Now everybody not gonna get affiliated that week because they're not bringing in traction from other platforms. But the proof is still in the pudding of his actions. Like, he went live every day. He said, you know what, if I could do this shit on my laptop, I'm gonna do it on my laptop. My MacBook. It wasn't even a Pro. It wasn't even a MacBook Pro. Now, first of all, if you already know, MacBooks ain't even good for streaming, period. That's how much he wanted to do it. And I'm using Primetime as an example, like I said, because I have the utmost respect for that move. People that make moves. People that act fast. People that don't spend a lot of time doing this. People that don't waste decisions and waste time trying to fool themselves that they're actually busy when they're really not. You're running in place. You're running on a treadmill. And you're running on a treadmill, I could be on a sidewalk, take 5 steps, and I'm already further than you. You're running 10 times faster than me. You're running harder than me. I take 5 steps on the sidewalk, and I'm already way past you because you're running in place. Directness, I'm telling you, is a very important concept. It's not a lack of resources, it's a lack of resourcefulness. I'm telling you, bro. I want some on my TikTok page off a combo and cat cuts. 2 million views in a day. And yeah, that's another thing too. People don't want to eat the bad results. That's how I see it, chat. If I'm going to improve anyway, why do I care if this result was good or bad? Like, it doesn't make a difference. When you really think about it, if I'm going to get better anyway, I'm going to get better if I fail. I'm going to get better if I succeed. What's the difference? See, your ego gets wrapped up in feeling good or feeling bad and like feeling down and feeling up. You need to feel forward, nigga. You need to move forward. I don't care nothing about the feel. I need to, how am I moving? What direction am I moving in? That's all that matters, bro. What are some of the gym books you recommend? I got them on my link tree. And my number 1 is Secrets to the Millionaire Mind. Most powerful book I've ever read in my life. And I read a lot. That's just the background library. That ain't my living room. And two books I ordered just came in today. And yesterday 2 books I ordered just came in as well. Now I didn't read none of them 4 books I just mentioned. I'm trying to finish Ultra Learning right now. But it's like, yo, out of all the books I read, I'm telling you, I give it to Secrets to the Millionaire Mind, bro. Number 1 for sure. I think the word you're looking for is proactivity. Did I say I was looking for a word? Or did I say what I wanted to say? I got screenshots I want to show you. Well, when we look at DMs, you better have them ready. I started talking to a lot more women and made me realize rejection don't matter. It's the feeling when you go after what you want. It don't matter if you succeed or not. Exactly. And I'm starting to realize, bro, in this coaching shit, the skill gap is I'm not going to make people feel good about working. I'm not going to make people feel good about putting in work. Like, as a man, I shouldn't have to do that for you. And I'm not even going to do it for you. I'm not going to motivate you. I'm not going to make you feel good. I'm not here to talk about, yeah, but sometimes I just don't want to hear it. You in the way. You in the way of the real who going to prove through their actions that they about what they say they about and that they want what they say they want. How is it like having a Muslim dad, Ty? I mean, my dad's human. Like, he's a man. You know what I'm saying? Jay Golder, I appreciate the big 8 months.
Dojo to Dalmoon.
I mean, I don't know, like, being Muslim doesn't really make or break somebody. The quality of a person is in their heart, is in their soul, is in their character. You should read the book Directness. That tells me a lot about that book. Now, I definitely feel that, bro. I started a YouTube channel, and I got like 4 videos out, but I ain't dropped in a long time. You right, by the only way to get bigger is to drop, even if you don't feel like posting. Again, did you need me to hear it, or did you already know that? You've been bullshitting. Tell you, don't kill the messenger. Try reading the Quran. I used to read my dad's Quran. He had an English translation. And he had another book called Stories of the Prophets or something like that. But it was like a separate book that focused solely on the prophets of the Quran. And I'm telling you, that was a very good read. That was a very good read. What you think about Way of the Superior Man? Let me try to remember that book. It went a lot into like sexuality, spirituality, masculinity and femininity. That's the main concepts I remember from that book. I think it was a good book. I think it was worth reading. It's a mind exercise to keep going when you are not getting the results yet. Right. You start to get a callous to that shit, bro. You start getting calluses based on like something bad happening or a negative result. You just become calloused into it. You just become callous to it. Way to Superior Man. Yeah, I think it was a good read, but I wouldn't like, again, it wasn't like one of those, yo, you need to read this book. It's worth reading, but I'm not, like I said, if you ever read the Bible, what's one of the verses that stuck out if you have? I haven't read the Bible from front to back, but different parts of the Bible, like, yes. Oh, Che, I remember I ended the quote last stream and I couldn't find the quote. Remember I was telling y'all my Christian homie, he was telling me about that part. Yo, I found it. I literally found it as soon as stream ended. This was the quote. And on another occasion, when informed that his own mother and brothers were waiting outside to see him, Jesus waved his hand in the direction of his disciples and said, "Here are my mother and brothers. Whoever does the will of God is my brother and sister and mother." That's what it was. And I was telling y'all about, like, you know, just because you related to somebody by blood or you knew them for a long time don't make, wow, y'all got hit with ads. That's crazy. You gotta realize, like I told y'all before, when you read a bunch of like spiritual books, you start realizing a lot of them start repeating each other. It'd be like if you're well read on like finance, like it would be harder to find a finance book that really strikes you as like, whoa, because you already know you already read so many different ones, or you know so much knowledge of the subject itself, that it's like, it has to be something new. It has to be something like, it gotta be one of them ones. You know what I'm saying? It can't just be, oh, alright, it's repeating the same shit. 12 Universal Laws of Success, that was a great one. Actually, that was a great one. That'd be another one I would put up there. Definitely beyond just worth reading. Definitely a need read. Bro said, what religion interests you the most? Like it's a TV show. Just in my life personally, I've been attracted to Islam. And not as far as committing, I just mean like as far as knowledge that these religions contain. Islam and Buddhism, specifically like Zen Buddhism, like, and those type of spiritual practices and ideologies. Have you looked at Islam religion? I have a lot of Muslim family members my whole life. So Islam just always been around me. We need that MTK reaction to show. I think I seen the second episode drop. Are you doing DMs tonight? Probably not. Atomic Habits is also a top tier book. I literally just ordered that. I got another book though. I'm hoping they're not the same, which is The Power of Habit. Ty Wise outshine the master, not always a good thing. You're referring to a law of power. I don't know. Well, matter of fact, I do know. I don't know why I said I don't know. It's a respect thing, honestly. And it's to honor your master. Now mind you, saying your master is crazy, but it could be like anybody that taught you something, anybody that you surpassed but introduced you to something where you outgrew. It's not about like it's not about like dimming your light to not make them uncomfortable. But it's about honoring them, because at a certain point, outshining them is like flexing. Outshining them is like, oh, look what I can do. And it's like you more excited than like honoring them and allowing them that satisfaction, allowing them that. Now, mind you, the law of power's intention of saying that was that you can outshine your master and then they get jealous of you. Chico Dan, I appreciate the big 22 mums.
Ty, what's your advice for short ninjas? Smiley face.
Same advice for short guys is the same advice for tall guys, same advice for average size guys, same advice for black guys, white guys, Hispanic guys. Like, what do you think changes about a woman the taller or shorter you get, besides her initial attraction for you? And if you think anything in my videos is of anything to do with initial attraction or what she sees with her eyes, you're in the wrong place, bro. You're 22 months and you asking me a question like that? That's almost disrespectful. Crazy. What do you think I'm gonna tell you? Go buy some high heels. Go start begging. Start paying for it. Would you get a mentor for? It depends on which mentor you're talking about. I got a couple. I got a decent amount of mentors, actually. How do you structure your daily schedule? Stop. Tell you, he started getting some basics, but he started reacting crazy, man. When their insecurities lash out. Exactly.